And 3, 2, 1.
You
Ready,
okay
Chanel?
over there?
Are you
Yeah,
okay?
I'm ready.
You okay?
I'm good.
You want
Yes.
what more do you want from me?
Nothing. I was gonna say something,
Hey,
but I'm gonna be good.
you know what? This is what I'm talking about right here. Welcome to the back and forth, everybody. I'm Kevin, and this is
Chanel.
Chanel,
Hello,
and
everybody.
we have someone else on the show again today to referee because Chanel can't get right. And so we thought it'd be great to bring her on again because she didn't get she kept this thing composed. She kept us composed last time because Chanel went off the rails as usual. It was 2 shows that Chanel did this while she was on with, and I was glad that someone else got to see it. So with that being said, I'll bring in Cindy. She's back, everybody, again.
Yay,
So three
Cindy's
times a charm.
back.
Cindy is in the house, everybody. But I want to say this before we jump in. What if I'm remarried and you're my spouse and I'm paying you child support? What business is it of yours if my spouse now getting paid?
Mm.
Nothing? Let's go. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the back and forth. Another great week, another great topic. And as you see in the middle of the screen here, we got Cindy's back in the house, everybody. Doing a great job. We wanted to bring her back in because she brought so much to the show the last time. We wanted to bring her back in, and I needed that to offset what was Chanel, just the negativity that Chanel's bringing over in her block over there. That block
Wow. You
way
see
over,
that
that
was
block over there,
attacked?
that block
I'm
way over
feeling
there.
attacked.
All that
I'm
negativity.
feeling
I wanted to
attacked.
bring somebody in to even out. And so, Cindy, welcome back. How can the people find you and what you got going on? Let the people know a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. So, my name is Cindy J. Cadet. I am a children's author and a co-parenting coach. I like to call myself a relationship specialist because a strategist, I should say, because I want to come up with different strategies to help people, to help the people with the co-parenting because that can be very difficult. You can visit me on my website at cindyjcadet.com. I'm on Instagram at cindyjcadet, and I'm also my children's author collaborating with my daughter, and we can be found on Instagram at Brave Kid Press.
All right, great, great, great. And
Yay.
we are happy to have you back again. No matter what Chanel Face says, I'm happy to have you back on the show
I am.
because I appreciate you
Don't do
being here. I
that.
appreciate you being here. I appreciate it. So, Chanel, usually I'm the one that's finding these hot topics out there, but you found something out there that you tease with us, and that's why I was able to bring the show in that way. But what was it that you had for us that was you were teasing? What was it, that thing you had for us?
So y'all know sometimes I go to Pettyville, but
Oh, jeez.
this thing right here, it's gonna bring out some people in Pettyville. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. This mom is on here talking about her ex and what they have going on, Kev. So
Mm-hmm.
she says, I don't know if I'm being petty here, but I feel like I'm not. You are. So my ex-husband remarried and has 4 kids, or has kids with his wife. She owns a business, and I found out that she makes almost 1 million a year. My ex works and gives me $900 a month in child support for our daughter. But I don't think it's fair. I told him that it would be nice if he sent me more for my daughter. He told me that his wife and his accounts are not together, but honestly, I want to take him and his wife to court to get the max amount I can for my daughter. I work from home and my husband is in the army, but we are struggling. It would be nice to have the additional income that my daughter deserves. What do you guys think? Before I ask you guys the question, I just want to say this to the people. If you have to say, I don't know if I'm being petty, take it from me. You are being petty, sis. But Cindy, what do you have to say about this?
This is it's like, it's an unfortunate situation. Um, Extra income is always good. I'm not even going to sit here in front, but it's really none of her business because it's not. She didn't have kids with the one that's making $1 million. Yeah, he got lucky,
She had
and
kids with the wrong one.
he got lucky and scored the bag where she's catching the bag, but unfortunately that's none of her business, and she has to go on his income, and unfortunately she just has to like deal with the situation because it's unfair to the new wife because I mean she's out there making it happen and catching her bag, and it's like I'm taking care of my own kids. Like if you want more money, you're gonna have to figure out how to get it on your own. Why should I have to be the one to contribute to your household? Like we have our own household to deal with and figure out. So but it's that like but I agree if you start by saying if I might be being petty, you are being petty. That is very petty.
You
But
agree.
I could understand the extra income would be a blessing. So it's a hard one. That's a tough one. What about you, Kev?
Kev, I know you got something to say. I know you do.
I'm gonna put my glasses off, because I still see it on the screen here. Um, yeah. Check this out. There's a couple of my glasses got worse because this vision's so blurry from what I'm about to. It's so blurry and everything's so convoluted. Check this out, y'all. There are a couple of things I want to point out in this message, and it says here. It says she doesn't think it's fair. She doesn't think what's fair. She doesn't think it's fair that he's moved on with his life, remarried, have other children now, and his wife now is making money. That's none of her business in the first place. Or is it fair because her husband now is in the army and they struggling? So is she trying to get to his level, that where he's at with their family, or is she trying to bring him down to their level? You see what I'm saying? Because this has nothing to do with their child. Nowhere does it say that their child is going without. Because I'm quite sure he's not. It didn't say anything about him being a bad father. This is all about child support. She didn't think it was fair. She told him it would be nice if he sent more money to their daughter. But it sounded like to me, she's worrying about other things than her daughter. She said they are struggling, not the daughter struggling. It didn't say the daughter's missing lunch at school. The daughter doesn't have any clothes on her back. She don't have any shoes on her feet. She's missing out on meals or something like that. She wants more money. I'm trying to figure out because I've been in this situation where you file your taxes and the IRS comes after your taxes to give to someone else because they say you're in arrears when you're not, and they take money from your family that has nothing to do with your ex. So she wants him to take money out of his household now to give her more money. You see, the situation we're in right now as co-parents, if I start making more money, you can take me back to court. Me, not my wife, me. My wife has nothing to do with this. And like Cindy said, we have other children in the house. So you want to rob Peter to pay Paul? You want to take from these children to give to your children, or to give to you because of your situation. That's my first part. I'll come back to the rest of that, Chanel, but I'll let you jump on in because I got some more. I got some more.
And I want to hear all of that you have, because all I just want to say to tag on to what Cindy said was she had a child with the wrong person. She should have had a child with the millionaire. But go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. She had the audacity to say, to be honest, I want to take him and his wife to court to get the max amount. Him and his wife. Wow. His wife didn't have his daughter.
Right.
Why she taking? And you can see the innocent person getting hit by shrapnel. His wife be like, hold on, what I got to do with this? What do I have to do with this? Go ahead, Cindy.
I think one thing I can say is she might be thinking, her daughter's siblings are now living like quote unquote the good life, while her daughter, I don't know what the situation exactly is, but she's probably
Mhm.
thinking, why can't my daughter be living the good life too? Unfortunately, it's just how the cookie crumbles. I mean, if your ex, like you said, if your ex is the one making the extra money, then that's when you take him to court. But to try to take him and his new wife to court when she's the one making the bag is just kind of like, girl, go sit down somewhere.
I'm loving this, Cindy, because I'm gonna tag along to that too. If she want to make some more money, ask the girl if she hiring. Be like, you hiring? Can I mentor under you or something? And then if
Yeah.
I could just make 500 grand, I'm gonna be happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, go get what you need. If you feel like, okay, you know what, I want to better my lifestyle. It's nobody else's responsibility to better your lifestyle but you.
Hmm.
It really isn't. When we're talking about child support and even, we're talking about alimony and stuff like that, at the end of it all, the bottom line is if you want to have a better lifestyle, it's completely up to you.
Yeah.
It's
I'm,
completely up to you.
hey, where your where your feelings flow, your energy goes. And right now you can
Hmm.
see where it said right there at the beginning. I'm gonna go back up again. I pull up to the top of this thing. It said that she owns a business, and I found out that she makes $1 million a year. How much energy is she putting into this? Looking through this lady's
Looking
financials.
for.
She's looking,
Wow.
she's literally looking for what this lady is making. And we all know the internet can't be trusted in the first place. What they say you make, you go out there and find what your net worth is. That's not true. Who's
They
forecast
didn't
putting all
count
their
no
business
bills.
out there? And the bottom line is this right here. People out there who are entrepreneurs or people that got their own business, they are hustling. And the
Hmm.
last thing they want to do is somebody come and taking money out of their pockets when they got to be the ones that's upholding this business. That's why you
Hmm.
see people who have businesses go out and get these LLCs and get these trust funds. They put their money aside. So if somebody try to come after them legally, they're not going to be able to take it from them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So this lady's protecting her assets while this other
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
lady's trying to get money from her assets.
Hmm.
ASS, ETS, Chanel. See,
You
she's
see
trying
how
to.
Kev, this
But
is
this
what you
lady's
do.
coming after her bag, coming after her coin.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
has no right to that lady's money.
Not
No.
at
And
all.
I'm quite sure if she spent time going to court for this, the judge would probably tell her the exact same thing. Let me tell you one thing I've learned through all my years of co-parenting. When you go to court and you sit in front of that judge and your spouse is there, your new spouse is there, who's a step parent to your child, you know what the judge says sometimes? As a step parent, you have no rights.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the two biological parents are still there, they have the authority.
Mm-hmm.
A grandparent somewhat still trumps a step parent because they're
Mm-hmm.
biological. So what gives
Hmm.
her the thought that I'm coming after the stepmom? And so that's the mentality we have, some people have. And that's why I didn't even have to play the contrarian on this one because she's playing the contrarian herself. She's
Hmm.
coming after this lady's coin for
Yeah.
something that she's doing, something we should be encouraging people to do. Go out there and make
Yeah.
something yourself. Like Cindy always talks about, we're talking about generational wealth. And
Hmm.
she's making that for her children. Her and her
Yeah.
husband now's children. And so
Hmm.
we got somebody who wants to ruin that because what does it say at the bottom? It says, we are struggling. It would be nice to have the additional income that my daughter deserves. What a way of entitlement we have amongst ourselves right now.
Hmm.
How
Hmm.
entitled are we?
Mm, mm,
Hmm.
mm.
Cindy,
Wow.
I don't know. Cindy, what you got? I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, and when it says we are struggling, that means the family as a whole is struggling. And so you're not talking about your daughter, you're talking about yourself. And if you feel like you're in a struggling situation, then you need to level up, honey. Go out there and level up because being an entrepreneur is hard, hard work. So for her to be
Yeah.
like, we're struggling, okay, then go find something and do something about that. Like that's on her. She has to like make moves and and stop counting this lady's money.
That's it. I'm not going to even use the term that Kev used, But I do kind of want to switch gears for just a minute, guys. Just a minute in terms of the child in this case. Imagine if this woman goes through with this. How will this affect the child? Because now you're going to have another household, maybe not struggle financially, but perhaps struggle emotionally because now you done created havoc. And then what was that? How is that going to affect this child? And this is why, you know, we have this show, is that sometimes we make decisions that in our mind we've reasoned it out and we calculated it, and in our mind it makes sense, but really doesn't really make sense. Because now you're about to affect this child's relationship with her father, because now he's got to choose between his wife and his child. And so, you know, we got to just be mindful of how, when we're thinking things through, that we always make sure that we keep our children and their welfare at the top of the list when it concerns matters of the heart like that.
And that is a great point. Go ahead, Cindy. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to also say she's not only going to affect the relationship with her father, but with her half siblings as well, because now the siblings are going to be looking at her sideways, and then be like, your mom is doing X, Y, and Z, and now our mom and dad is always fighting because of your mom. Like, it's just going to be a whole hot mess, and it's just unnecessary. It's just unnecessary.
And and that we so sometimes as co-parents we get caught up in our own selves. And I know I always talk about the importance of self-care and taking care of ourselves. That stops. There's a line between taking care of yourself and being selfish. This situation right here is a clear sign of someone being selfish, not taking care of themselves. You know, because her financial situation has nothing to do with this the other mother's financial situation. Because at the end of the day, we all know what child support is supposed to be for. It's supposed to be for to help the child, upbring the child, to make sure the child does not have the need or want for anything. But you still do have two parents. The father's contributing. The mother has custody. And you can tell her this. She has custody. So the father contributes $900 a month. The other part would be offset needs to be done by her and her husband, if that's the case. But I'm quite sure if she needed something, that I'm quite sure the father would be there for her. But I don't know, you all, and I'm not taking this into overtime, but I don't know. Because if she's this money hungry, how good is the conversation, the communication between the two?
It's probably not good at all.
He's probably the point where he's like, I don't even have anything to do with her. You know, I'm saying I'll pay my child support, and when my daughter comes over here, we do everything we do for her over here, but I'm not doing anything for her over there. And this is what happens. This is what happens. These small little threads that we see right now, this little post, am I being petty? It's obvious if she's doing it now, there's other things she's probably doing behind the scenes. There's probably other stuff she's doing out, and the other wife might be like, listen here, I don't even want her nowhere in my house. You know, we talked about something a long time ago in one of our episodes where somebody came over to cut somebody's grass. Because the family, the co-parents could get along and do that. They can have conversations. But it's obvious in this situation right here, conversation is probably not being had between co-parents, which is not good for our children.
Yeah.
And so I just thankful that we were able to speak this kind of stuff and bring it out, because someone may be going through this right now. And I'm glad Cindy was here today to give her input on it, because she gives a different perspective than me and Chanel may have given. But obviously we're almost all on the same page on this one right here, because Pettyville showed up on this one right here. And so we have to be careful as co-parents. Cindy?
Yes.
Cindy, before we bounce out of here, thank you for showing up. And before we bounce, tell the people how they can get in contact with you and what you got going on.
Well, thank you again for having me on. I'm so excited. You can catch me on my website, cindyjcadet.com. Oh, I'm actually also on YouTube as Coach CC. And I'm on Instagram at Cindy J Cadet, and the publishing company that my daughter and I have, our Instagram handle is at Brave Kid Press. So I am so thankful for being a guest on the show. This show is amazing, and I can't wait to hopefully continue to come back and give my opinion.
Yay.
All right.
As long as you could put up with Kev, you're welcome.
And there we go again. See, I'm saying right here, people, I have done nothing wrong to anybody today. I've been on my best behavior as I always am. And then this comes out from that funky box over there on the other side over there.
I have witnesses today, sir. I have witnesses.
Whatever you got to say. Hey, people, before we bounce, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, because Chanel never tells y'all that. It's almost like she wants y'all to do it on your, like you reading her mind and tell her to do that. Y'all make sure that like, subscribe, and notification button so y'all know when we put new content out there. And also go out there and follow Cindy. I'll put her information down in the captions down there so you all can see all that stuff down there that she has to offer. And with that, I'm going to tell you all to stay safe and be blessed. And Chanel, take us on.
Put God first. Just put God first, and don't go to Pettyville. Stay out of Pettyville. Stay out of there. Put God first. That's it. That's all I got.
And all I'm saying right here, stop looking at other people's pockets, because it's not yours to be looking in, because Chanel know what that's called. We out.